meeting of the Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission to order. City Clerk, would you please take roll call?
Commissioner Soto.
Present.
Hold on one second. Commissioner Ward.
Present.
Commissioner Kucharski.
Present.
Commissioner Collier.
Present.
Commissioner Singh.
Present.
Commissioner Miller. Here. Vice Chair Ward. You already said Commissioner Dolan is absent, and Chair McCoy.
Present.
We have quorum.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear my name.
Oh, did you call Commissioner Barraza?
Commissioner Barraza.
Present. Thank you.
All righty, we will now begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Will everyone please stand? Thank you. We will start with the approval of the agenda. City Clerk, are there any changes or proposed changes to the agenda?
There are no changes.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll move.
Thank you, Commissioner Singh. Is there a second? Thank you, Commissioner Collier. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. This item is approved. We will now move on to approval of minutes. Are there any changes to the minutes from August 19th, 2024?
There are no changes.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from August 19th, 2024? I don't think your mic is on.
We just need you to turn your mic on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I make the motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Vice Chair. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. We will now move on to subcommittee reports. This item is a discussion item for the commission, and no public comments will be taken related to this item. The Cultural Arts Plan Subcommittee completed their task once the Cultural Arts Plan and grant guidelines were adopted by the City Council and the Cultural Arts funds were awarded. So the subcommittee has automatically dissolved. So does the Parks Master Plan Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to the commission?
Not at this point.
Thank you. Does the Highest Needs Neighborhood Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to the commission? I do believe we're meeting this week to review the highest needs maps. I think that's on this Wednesday? Okay. One of those days, no, Wednesday. And then next meeting, we'll have an update on the maps.
Madam Commissioner, we were sent a survey of the highest needs neighborhoods. Did we get copies of the results? Or will we get copies of the results?
So once the maps have been looked at and once we complete the definition, then there'll be a presentation to the commission on that.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Does the San Joaquin River Parkway Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to the commission?
Sure. We're looking at getting a meeting scheduled to do a tour out there. The first dates didn't work, but I'm hopeful that Thursday, October 17th might work for some of the commissioners to participate. So if you could get back to, I think it's Sarah that's coordinating that, either for the morning or the afternoon. But there's a lot of people involved in getting that scheduled, so we hope not to keep pushing it out. So if you could get back, find out October 17th in the morning or afternoon would work, that would be great, so we can get that on the calendar and we can get out into the field and see what the Parkway's challenges are and successes.
Cool, thank you.
Madam Chair, was there a reason why the Arts and Cultural Subcommittee was not listed here?
I couldn't hear you.
Well, I'm sorry. Was there a reason why the Arts and Cultural Subcommittee was not listed in the
Because
report?
that subcommittee has completed its task and it has been dissolved. So as a reminder, ad hoc committees are for a limited term and are charged with accomplishing a task. Such committees must dissolve when that task is completed. So ad hoc committees are not meant to be for perpetual. So once we complete the highest needs task, then that committee would dissolve. Once the Parks Master Plan is updated, then that committee will dissolve.
Thank you.
We will now move on to member reports and comments. As a reminder, this is a time for commission members to report anything they feel important for the public or commission to know, but it's not a time for discussion. Commissioner Barraza, do you have any reports or comments?
Yes, Madam Chair. I wish to express our appreciation to the Parks Director, Aaron Aguirre, also staff of the City Manager's Office, David Rodriguez, and the Park Rangers for their support and participation at our event that we held yesterday in celebration of the Mexican Independence night. Actually, today is the day. We also had the artistic participation of students from Sunnyside High School and a whole bunch of sponsors, including council members Luis Chavez and Nelson Esparza, who we express our appreciation today. And the public had a great time, a lot of celebration and a lot of enjoyment in the community. It was also interesting to see how to adapt to a small park. We had the event at the Bulge Park, a place that had not been used for those types of events. It's actually very expensive to do an event there because there are no restrooms, so you have to pay for that. There are a whole bunch of limitations, but because that was a place where we planted a lot of trees and we put a lot of landscaping on that, and the city did a great job in replacing the games for children that the park has. We just thought it was worth giving it a shot at celebrating this event, and the neighbors said that they wish they could see more of that in their area. So again, I thank all the folks from the city agency that helped us in that process. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Singh?
No updates to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Miller? Vice Chair Ward?
Yeah, I just wanted to note how exciting it is that we're starting to see different cultural and arts activities and opportunities popping up that are saying that they are supported by Measure P dollars. So be sure to look for those. It seems like a lot of things will be coming soon, so that's exciting for our city.
Commissioner Collier?
Nothing at this time.
Commissioner Karcharski?
Yes. I wanted to inform everyone that I met with the director of the Sustainability Division for the Fresno Public Works, and Cluse, and because we had approved the budget draft to put about $300,000 not to exceed for sustainability for conservation efforts, so I wanted to learn more about what they have going on, and I was very pleased and excited to hear about all the ideas that they have that span not just energy efficiencies, like with facility upgrades, but talking about water conservation and other carbon emissions sort of conservation efforts. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention and look forward to seeing if that gets, put into the budget. So, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Soto?
So I did have some comments and a follow-up question to what you mentioned about the Cultural Arts Subcommittee. Because that is an annual application process, what involvement will the commission have as that process moves forward and the new application cycle begins? I'm curious, will there be a new subcommittee formed at that time, or we will have zero involvement
I will
going
go
forward?
ahead and pass that over to our city attorney.
Yeah, so the Cultural Arts Subcommittee will work with the Fresno Arts Council with regard to scoring and recommendations for awards and any appeals. However, because they've already they completed their task for this round, it dissolves and then has to be reestablished. So
Okay.
it could end up with actually new members on it as well.
Okay, I think that was my question, if we'll still have that involvement in the following application cycles. I also wanted to comment on, Vice Chair Ward. Congratulations, I missed that meeting, I apologize, I wasn't here. Commented about, a lot of organizations and Measure P funding. There has been quite a stir in the community, specifically about Art Hop, and I know that there were some comments made about, a lot of these changes being due to certain organizations not receiving some of that funding. So I just wanted to ensure that, we would still have that involvement. And I also just wanted to clarify, as someone who's participated in Art Hop and attended Art Hop for over, a decade. I know it's the event itself is almost 2 decades probably that it's been going on. I definitely want to make sure that we're listening to the community and that we're also allowed to continue to participate to sort of make sure that those concerns are heard and are addressed, and that community continues to be engaged and involved. So I just wanted to make sure, because it is something that's been sort of, in the media and in the community that we all kind of acknowledged that. So thank you.
Thank you. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Lilia Chavez, who we have in the chambers today, on a spectacular press conference last week that was very well attended. It was a lot of excitement in the room. A lot of the grantees were there. And for it to be such a small place, it was a lot of people there. And they were excited about the grants going out and excited to get started on their work. So just want to give a shout out to you and thank you for your dedication and your hard work, for sticking with it and being available to answer any questions that us commissioners may have had about the process. Just want to say thank you. We will now move on to City Administration and Park Staff reports and comments. Does anyone from the administration have any reports or comments for the commission?
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone from the park staff have any reports or comments for the commission?
Good evening, Chair. Aaron Aguirre, Parks Director. Just wanted to highlight a couple of activities that we in the Parks Department participated in this past weekend. One of these events we actually put on ourselves called Touch a Truck event out at Inspiration Park. We had over 550 attendees come out to this event. I think as many commissioners have recognized the involvement, and then just I think the participation we're seeing amongst our activities is great. What the event was, we brought a lot of our large equipment from the Parks Department out to Inspiration Park. This was the mobile science, some large diesel trucks, tractors, things that kids love touching and playing with. In addition to that, we also had some great assistance from the fire department. They brought out a large ladder truck. The police department brought out a cruiser with the CSI van. The downtown trolley was there. And again, as I mentioned, our mobile science unit was there, it's always a hit with the kids. And then finally, National Guard came out to attend. So a lot of great activity from 9 to 11. To see that many in attendance was great. In addition to that, I had the opportunity to meet with a group out at Roding Park Saturday morning, a big tennis group that is out there pretty much daily. Got to really express to them all the great things that we are doing as a department, as a city, and you as commissioners with the support, all the great projects going on out there. So they're excited to hear about that. And then also this upcoming week, we have the Broadway Park groundbreaking. Again, that's a Measure P funded park that's off Broadway and Elizabeth, just south of the Tower District. Roughly $2.5 million project going in. The amenities that will be included will be picnic tables, benches, a play structure for the 2 to 5-year-olds with interactive play features, shade structure, site lighting, and a water-wise irrigation system throughout. So I'm excited for that to break ground. And with the current schedule, we're looking at about a year from now before that park, we actually cut the ribbon and open it up to the community. So excited for that. And then as Commissioner Barraza mentioned, I was able to make it out yesterday to the event at Willow Mulch. Great to see the community and again talk to the folks that live around that area and how they utilize that park, and really seeing that new tot lot that we built and the softball that went in, and just being used in the right ways. Families, kids heard nothing but laughter and screaming and all in good fun. So excited to see that, and with that, that'll conclude my comments. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now move on to unscheduled communication. Would any member of the public like to speak on any issues within the jurisdiction of this commission? You will have up to 3 minutes. If you would like to make a comment regarding any of the scheduled hearings, comments will be taken when each item is called.
Lilia Gonzalez Chavez, Executive Director of the Fresno Arts Council, Chair McCoy and members of the Commission. We did have a very successful press conference to celebrate the awards and the grantees with Measure P, but the work continues. And so while I understand that it was time to terminate the Cultural Arts Plan Subcommittee, I would like to suggest that the Commission consider a standing committee for arts and culture. There's no reason that you can't have a standing committee. As was mentioned by Commissioner Soto, there are many issues that come up related to this pocket of funds, and I think a standing committee would be appropriate. This certainly is your discretion, at your discretion to determine, and you do have that discretion. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone online?
There are no speakers online.
Thank you. We will now move on to hearings.
Hold on 1 second. I just got somebody raise your hand. We have Lisa Flores.
First off, good evening, everyone. My name is Lisa Flores, organizer of the Roding Park Small Dog Play Group. I've been out there for, oh goodness, well over 10 years. And between that and the Central Valley Chihuahua Club, we have about 300 signed up members. One of the things I want to bring to your attention is the City of Fresno's intention of expanding and entering into an expansion of Chaffee Zoo into the green space of the historical green space of Roding Park. They want to build a parking structure there, and the traffic numbers don't warrant it. They may say there's 1 million people that go and visit it, but most of it is children, and children aren't single occupied vehicles. So as this makes its way through City Hall, I want you guys to really question, do we need a big, ugly parking structure in Roding Park? And the answer is no. Do we need Chaffee Zoo to start and continue their colonization of Roding, thinking that it's theirs, thinking that they can get it cheap for $1, taking out much needed green space? The answer is no. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention this evening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Lisa.
There are no other speakers.
We will now move on to hearings. ID number 24-1145, Hearing to discuss a resolution establishing remote meeting participation for the public. Under the Government Code Section 54953, bodies that are subject to the Brown Act may provide the public with remote participation options. By passing this resolution, the Commission will be allowed to continue its practice of having remote participation in its meetings. Would any member of the public like to make a comment regarding this item? You will have up to 3 minutes for comment.
We have Lisa Flores.
Hi, guys. I think that I think you guys could actually teach the city council, the city of Fresno, and the mayor's office a lesson. Because when you provide more engagement to folks, people show up. Like, for example, myself. I am disabled. I have very bad knees. I have congestive heart failure. I can't walk into City Hall. There's just no physical way I can walk into City Hall without being in tremendous amount of pain. And when I walk into City Hall, my blood pressure goes up, which is not good when you have congestive heart failure. So the only way I can participate is through Zoom, where you hear me in real time. Because right now, for example, getting the agendas from City Hall, I get them literally mailed to me the day before comments are due. And since I do not do anything electronically and write longhand, by the time they get their mail for my public comments, it is after the fact and it doesn't become part of the record, it becomes a tray memo. So when you're dealing with things like CEQA and NEPA and legal statutes, my comments are always after the fact. So I think this is like, I am so happy you guys are looking at this and will continue to encourage public participation. It really is a joyful day for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
There are no more speakers online.
Thank you. I will close public comment. Does any member of the commission have any questions or comments regarding this item?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, thanks. Is this just for public participation or for commissioner participation?
Public. Commissioner Singh? Same question? Oh, okay.
Why do we have to have resolution on it if we're already doing remote?
I'll pass it over to the city attorney.
Because public participation via Zoom came about during the COVID-19 pandemic, and since then the state of California has rescinded that allowance, and so you have to pass by specific resolution the continuance of Zoom. It automatically would end otherwise.
Any other questions from the commissioner? Commissioner Barraza, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to point out that I believe that the business of the allocation of grants under the arts and cultural process, it's something that will continue to have a discussion from this commission in terms of, there's still some unfinished.
I don't think we can have this discussion right now.
We cannot.
Okay.
This is just about the Zoom participation for the public.
So if you want to have it agendized, I need you to send an email so we can put it on the agenda for next month, and then we can have an open discussion.
Okay, the next item makes a reference to the cultural arts, so anyway, that's fine, whatever the proper procedure is.
Thank you. Any other questions regarding the hearing item? All right, is there a motion to the Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission resolution establishing remote meeting participation for the public?
All motion.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Soto. Thank you, Commissioner Barraza. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. This item is approved. We will now move on to the next hearing item, ID number 24-1144. Hearing to receive public input on allocations related to Measure P updates to the Parks Master Plan and Cultural Arts Plan, and annual Pracs Department budget and capital improvement plans. Would any member of the public like to make a comment regarding this item? You will have up to 3 minutes.
There is no speakers online.
No cards either, correct?
Correct.
I will close public comment. Does any member of the commission have questions or comments regarding this item?
My apologies. I didn't see the other item that was relating to those hearings. I just wanted to say that I think down the road, there should be more conversation on the process for the allocation of grant money for the cultural arts, because there are some operational issues that have been suggested relating to the need to allocate maybe more resources for reaching out, just to make the process better. So I think to follow the rules that we have to follow, I'll be happy to request that the item be put on the agenda and then have more conversation on that topic. And thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Barraza. Any other commissioners? Commissioner Soto?
I just wanted to kind of piggyback on that, and I'm not sure if, the suggestion that Dr. Chavez made could be agendized, or, if that should be sort of had when we discuss the cultural arts plan at the next meeting about having, I think it's pertinent. I think it makes sense to have a standing commission if this is something that we're going to be doing on an annual basis. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to kind of dissolve and restart every cycle. So I think that that's something that would make more sense.
So if you want to have it on the agenda for next meeting, just send an email and then we can add it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other commissioners? All right, it is, I can't see, 5:59? 559, that's the area code for now. I would like to adjourn the meeting, and I would like to adjourn the meeting like I always do in the memory of Dr. Francine Apuda. She is deeply missed. Thank you for your time, and enjoy your time with your family. I get a chance to watch football. Thank you. Yeah.